And hello, and welcome to Open, the show that opens the Bronx and the rest of the world right to you. I am Darren Jaime, and today we'll update you on what's happening in and around our borough in New York City. Coming up, we'll take a closer look at a program that's helping to build the skills people need before starting college-level courses through intensive preparation in math, English, and college success skills. Then, we'll take a look at a program that's been around for more than 50 years, helping thousands of New York City students attend Catholic schools through tuition assistance as well as scholarships. And then next, we'll introduce you to a program that is working to fill a critical gap in education by building community, mentorship, and support for young men of color navigating independent school environments. And lastly, we'll sit down with a community advocate who turned a personal battle with kidney disease into a mission that educates, inspires, and helps others. She'll join me and she'll share her journey on why raising awareness about kidney health is so important. So stay tuned because all this and much more is heading your way. Right now, we're officially open. And hello, everyone. I am Darren Jaime, and you are now watching Open, a program bringing the Bronx and New York City straight to you. You can stay connected to us on all of our social media platforms at Bronxnet TV. Well, some things have been going on throughout the course of the past week. We'll take you through it with our Bronx updates. Safety and visibility are key concerns for residents in many public housing communities, especially during the early morning and evening hours, when limited lighting can make it difficult to feel secure outside. At the Jackson houses, a major new investment is being aimed at changing that reality. Officials have completed a multi-million-dollar lighting upgrade, and throughout the complex, it goes to improve the visibility and enhance overall safety for residents. Our Bronxnet reporter, Brittany Schuyler, brings us the story.
The Jackson houses are set to shine much brighter this summer thanks to a whopping $3 million investment. With that investment, 132 lights, 115 lighting poles, and 3 new flagpoles have been installed.
We have delivered results that tenants can see with their own eyes and feel on the ground.
Not for luxury or aesthetics, as the congressman emphasized during a press conference this morning, but for safety. Residents say they often felt afraid to walk outside during the early morning and late evening hours due to poor lighting throughout the complex.
You couldn't see like 3-4 feet ahead of you.
Every resident has a right to be safe and to feel safe. And lighting not only improves the experience, it improves the objective reality of public safety.
Now, with the new lighting in place, residents hope the brighter complex will help deter crime and make people think twice before causing trouble in the area.
It's a major milestone. It's not going to stop crime or activity, but it will at least minimize it and make people think twice.
Residents say the new improvements are a renewed sense of safety and visibility throughout the community. Reporting for Bronxnet, Brittany Schuyler.
And thank you, Brittany. In other news, the 28th annual Thurgood Marshall Jr. mock trial gave 7th and 8th grader students the opportunity to develop public speaking, critical thinking, and legal skills by stepping into the role of attorneys as well as witnesses for a unique educational experience that brings the courtroom experience to life. Our reporter Kyrie Moody brings us a story.
The 28th annual Thurgood Marshall Jr. mock trial is taking place right here at Bronx Borough Hall. Let me tell you, it's going down. Students, faculty members, parents, and the judges are all eager to see what school will take home that grand prize.
And the two teams that are in the 8th grade finals and the 7th grade finals are the teams that have successfully navigated through each of those rounds. So today's winner will be the champions for the 7th grade and for the 8th grades.
Heather Ortiz represents MS-35. They won the 7th grade finals last year. This year, she returns as an 8th grade student, still inspired to pursue a career in law.
I do want to become a lawyer, and I feel like I'm good at what I do, and yeah, it's fun. It's a fun experience for everybody. I think everybody should do something like this.
The two teams that took home this year's grand prize was MS-180 for the 7th grade and the Epiphany School for the 8th grade.
At some point, it was kind of difficult. We tried to memorize our stuff, but it was kind of hard because we had a lot of nerves in court. But it was very nice, and I like the experience, and I think I will in the future pursue that more.
It was so hard to come up with questions in the first round that were appropriate for each witness, for me and every other lawyer, and also for the witnesses to prepare with what to say for every question. That was just so complicated, but I'm so happy that we were able to overcome it. And then in the competitions that came after that, we just kept improving.
Congratulations to MS-180 and the Epiphany School for securing the grand prize. Reporting for Bronxnet, Kyrie Moody.
And thank you, Kyrie. Looks like a great time was had by all. That's all the time we have for our Bronx updates. But guess what? We still have more open coming up, so don't go anywhere. We're coming right back right after this. And we are back at Bronx Community College. The CUNY START program, designed to help students build stronger academic foundations before entering into credit-bearing college courses. Now, through intensive instruction in math, English, and college success skills, the program helps to develop students' confidence as well as college readiness while staying on track towards their degree goals. And recently, the program hosted a graduation ceremony honoring students who began their journey and their college journey in CUNY and START, and also have now successfully completed their college degree, or I should say their degree. Now, joining me here to share more about the program is Dr. Pamela Eaton-Skinner, who's the director of CUNY START at Bronx Community College, alongside students Jokisa Jackson and Javion Serrano. And thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.
Dr. Skinner, great time for you. I mean, obviously seeing students come through the program, graduate, and really be able to accelerate in the college area.
It has been a wonderful experience to watch the growth of the students. The last time we talked, we had students who were coming into the college from all different situations, and to see them cross over in May was just exhilarating. So thank you for allowing us to be here.
No, I mean, it's great to see the growth, and it's also great to see the graduation. So before we get to talk to our students here, talk to us a little bit more about the program in depth and what this means in the life of a student.
So the program was called Kudos. So we took a moment to congratulate the current students, and Jokisha and Javion are part of the current group of students, and also the students that have passed through CUNY START and went through their Bronx Community College experience and graduated. So it was time for them to walk the red carpet and receive their commendations, their honor cords for a job well done. So students in nursing and radiology and all of the different disciplines were able to graduate, and we could hear their stories. Right. And that's really what made the difference.
And Javion, for yourself, talk to us a little bit about, the balance, if you will, of program, classes. How have you been navigating?
I've been navigating good. It's not really that much of a difference when it comes to scheduling. You just gotta prioritize what you really want to do and what you really need to get done.
And Jokisha, for yourself?
It's been a challenge, because I work full time, right, and I'm older, and stepping back into this, scenery is like, oh my goodness. But yeah. It's been very well. Like Jay said, balance is everything. You have to know how to take your time with different things. So, yeah.
But you got beautiful advisors and things to really help and navigate. Talk to us about,
of course.
Yeah, and so talk to us about how advisors really help. this is a real life issue, right? That, you know, I'm trying to balance life, and life is life-in. I'm trying to do school, and school is school. And so how do you do when life is life, and school is school?
I'm glad that you brought it up because CUNY Start has not just the first-year freshmen that come to the program, but we have adult learners who come in. We have students who are 72 that are part of the program. So it spans anyone that has that math and English need. And these students are part of the Ambassadors program. So helping them to develop their leadership, learning how to balance, learning that emotional intelligence, all the things that they're going to need as they move on into their great careers as a radiologist and tell us
therapeutic recreation person.
Okay,
you could say.
They got big dreams and they can do it.
They can. What does a real semester look like on a typical day? You know, how does that flow?
Oof, that really flows from close to 7:30, 8 o'clock till about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
And throughout those couple hours, you are just strictly in class, but the work, it's put in front of you and it's easy to comprehend once you fully dissect everything and take your time with everything. Everything is just a breeze.
Well, classes don't begin at 7:30 though.
Right.
Well, yes, because class started at 9:30 to 1:45, but of course we have to get up early to get to class by 9:30, so that's a struggle. And you know, when we getting off of work or whatever, see, I don't get home till sometimes 2 in the morning. Got to get up at 7, so you know, you got to balance it. But it's been a journey. But with Dr. Pamela and the students that I'm with, you know, it's been easy.
Yeah, and I think a part of it is really just finding that rhythm, right? And helping you to find the rhythm. Education is really about that, right? So when you're, you know, working a full-time job and then you're trying to manage class or, you know, you're doing some other things, half the job is really finding a rhythm. But I think, you know, what you speak to is how the program really helps them to find the rhythm and then not just find the rhythm, but get past that to really get across the finish line.
That's excellent. The rhythm, and in my mind popped in resources.
Right.
So we often say, I think I just said the other day to Jokeisha, you don't have to do this alone. You have people, not just me, but our team, from our president, Dr. Larry Johnson, to our CUNY Central staff. We have people that really do care about the students. Many resources on campus that help to provide the support that's needed, especially as you're beginning. It's such a tender time. And if you get a strong start, we can help you to get there.
And Jokeisha, you talked a little bit about like the struggle, but have you found comfort in the fact that you've got other students around that really have gone through and are going through the same thing?
Yes, because I'm not the only one.
Right.
You know, everybody goes through something. We all got our personal, you know, issues or problems, and we deal with them differently, but we all seem to come together, and when we do it, you know, keeps us pushing, like Dr. Pamela say.
Yeah, and Javion, for yourself, obviously, you talked a little bit about, you know, the day-to-day grind. What have you found to be, you know, the best part of this grind so far?
The connections you make, the people you meet, and the ideas that come about when you're together.
Wow.
Just when a group of people could just sit down in one room, not say any words, but could get work done off the bat, those are the type of people you could keep around.
Right.
Wow.
And those are the type of people you need to help you find your consistency, your rhythm, and just to give you that little extra push. Like, come on, you got this.
Dr. Pamela, what he's talking about is community.
Wow.
And how important that is. And so for yourself, I know that's a goal, right, of the program, to really form community, because we know that a student's success isn't on their own, but really it's about the community, from staff to fellow students, to really make this happen.
Yeah. That sense of belongingness is something that we all want. We all are looking for that, and students also need that belongingness, to have a soft landing. Everyone's coming from such varied circumstances, and when they get to that educational opportunity, to know that they belong and that they have someone they can talk to, and then we can also point them in the right direction, because not one person will have all the answers, but you can share something unique that I don't have. And when you have all of those partners together, real work can happen, and students get inspired and they become leaders. We don't have to look out and say, where are they? They are here, and we're excited to help to create in that process.
Give me a little bit about the graduation, because that's a high time. Talk to us about graduation.
Wow. So our graduation, our kudos celebration was just for our program. We had our college's graduation, which was also amazing. But as I said before, the student spotlights were really the thing that really touched my heart. Students talked about all manner of challenges that they went through, but they went through it, and it didn't stop them. And some students came back that came through our program and graduated from Bronx community. Some have graduated from Lehman. It's really been a great experience to see how students are moving forward. One case comes to mind. A student was in our program. She had 4 children. And she said, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And she made it, and now she is a nurse. And what a wonderful testament to her grit and her strength, but also the support of a program like CUNY Start.
Right. Keisha, for yourself, you talked a little bit about what you want your career to be in. Graduating from this program, getting through it and getting to the other side, what would that mean to you?
Oh, so much. That's the goal. That's what I tell myself every morning when I'm getting up to get here.
Early in the morning, right?
Like, that's the goal. I want to be able to finish something. A lot of people that finish always start, but a lot of people that start don't finish. So I gotta finish.
Right.
Yeah.
And how much more you got?
2 more years. I just started.
They'll go quick. They'll go quick. If you just keep doing it. Just
keep going.
Right. JVL, what about yourself?
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
How much longer do you have, and what do you see
I have
yourself?
2 more years, and I see myself becoming the person I know I am, the kind, helpful person I know I am. I want to be able to look at somebody, be able to identify the problem, and give them the solution quick.
Right.
I want to be that problem solver that people could come to. I want to be, who can I say? I want to be like my mom, really. I want to be like my mom, because no matter what situation, she's always putting others before herself.
Right.
And so that's.
And you're getting all the framework and the tools right now, right?
Yeah.
And it's helping you out. Listen, 2 years. I mean, we were here before, and now to talk about a graduating class, right? I mean, that class is graduated now, and you've got another class that's coming in. So if you trust the process, I guess we can get you across the finish line.
We'll get there.
I say we because we're going to be here.
You're part of it.
We're part of it, right? We talked the last time, and so it's good for people who want to find out more about the program, get involved. Talk about cost and association.
Yes. So the CUNY Start program has full-time and part-time options. It's $75 to become proficient in English and math. There's so much included. Tutoring is included. Guidance is included. Career preparation. So there's so much that they can gain. And if they're taking one class, it's $35 for the semester. You don't have to touch financial aid, go into debt. It's an amazing opportunity, I would say.
Shaking their heads over there like, yes.
Run, don't walk. It's really a great opportunity, and the entire staff, it's not just one person, the entire staff undergirds and supports the students, and then the college surrounds us with support as well.
Well, Dr. Pamela, great to have you.
Nice to see you again.
Congratulations, good to see you again.
Thank you.
Got that graduation class out and across the finish line. We want to see you come back.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
As
we
you
will.
get to that finish line, across the finish line, we want to get that report. Javion, Keisha, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Great having you. Stay right there. All right. Now, listen, if you want more information, visit the website at the screen below. We encourage you, please don't go anywhere. We're going to be back with more Open coming up right after this. And welcome back. For many families, the cost of education can be one of the biggest barriers to accessing a quality school experience. The Inner City Scholarship Fund has been working for decades, providing tuition assistance and scholarship to students who need it the most. Through a variety of programs, the fund has helped make Catholic education possible for thousands of students across New York City. And joining me now to talk a little bit more about the impact of this work is Paul Castiglio, who's the Director of Marketing and Communications at the Inner City Scholarship Fund, along with Samuel Lasari, who is also a senior, a graduating senior, I should tell you, at Cardinal Hayes High School. And most of all, the high school recipient of the program. And thank you both for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
And obviously, Paul, for you, an opportunity to connect, first of all, inner city with higher education. And you've got a great young man here, but it's a great dream come true for so many.
It is. I mean, we provide scholarships to these students, and they go through their Catholic educational journey. And the culminating event is really their graduation from high school, because we've in many cases been with them, sometimes even since kindergarten or first grade, providing scholarships. So to see them graduate is an amazing thing.
Yeah. And Samuel is going to be the recipient going on to Drexel, and congratulations, you're at Cardinal Hayes High School, and I know that you are going to Drexel for engineering. So first of all, what does it mean to be a recipient for the scholarship?
Well, it means a lot for me. It's been it's always been my parents' dream for me to get a good Catholic education. So getting the Inner City Scholarship, it means the ability for me to accomplish my goals, which was being a mechanical engineer at Drexel. So it means a lot to be able to be in such an organization.
Yeah. And so for yourself, I mean, I know your family immigrated here from Ghana, and now to be able to go to college and also to receive some assistance going to college, what does that mean for you and the family?
Oh, it's a big milestone. My parents came here to America specifically because they thought that my brother and I would be able to get the quality education that they thought that we should have, and that we'd be able to go to places that they could only dream of. So it means like a very great leap for our family, being able to come here and do and learn great things here.
Yeah. And Paul, I mean, great story, because on one side, people say, okay, scholarships were giving money, but really, in the case just like Samuel, right, it makes a difference, life-changing, and really helping somebody to fulfill their life's dreams. It's got to be great for both yourself and the organization to say, listen, we are really impacting students in a special kind of way.
Yeah, we talk a lot about the quality of what a Catholic education, is and what it provides students. And it's, obviously the quality of the education is really good, but it's that sort of moral and that values-based part of the education that really turns these students into, compassionate citizens of the world who give back to their communities and go on to achieve great things. So we know that Samuel will be one of those when he sort of goes off to college, and we were so happy and proud to be able to support him through his Catholic school journey in the Archdiocese. So.
Yeah. And what's it mean having this kind of support, Samuel? I mean, obviously for yourself and the family, we know it's very important and very special, but does it take like a weight off your mind?
It takes a major weight. Ever since I was young, I was aware of the fact that finances are a major thing for us in the Bronx, especially when it comes to education. It's always a thing in the back of everybody's head, in the back of the student, in the back of the parents. It can be a major barrier to getting a good education. So having the support of a group like the Inner City Scholarship it goes a long way to taking a lot of stress off of you, and allows you as a student to focus on your grades instead of worrying about the financial health of your family.
Yeah, and Paul, we know in inner city communities there's a huge struggle sometimes for that access to quality education, and having a program such as this, of course, bridges that gap. What are you seeing? What are you hearing? Because I know you've been doing this for a minute now. When it talks about the access to quality education.
It's really it's come down to what our mission is all about, is providing that access for low-income families who otherwise wouldn't be able to have that choice of being able to send their kid to a Catholic school. So, we're seeing it across so many different communities, and so it's really our mission to be able to support those families and give their children and those students the opportunity to have that education and to sort of, put them on a path to a brighter future.
Yeah, yeah. How'd you land at Drexel?
Well, my first choice was Notre Dame, but Drexel was kind of a practical choice. I found that it was closer to me, and more importantly, it was still out of state. When I wanted to choose my college, I was hoping to choose a place that would be different from where I was born, because I wanted to see new perspectives and learn from different people. So choosing Drexel, a place that was out of state and that also focused on engineering, was very important for me because it let me not only be well-rounded in my career, but also in my understanding of other people.
Yeah. Samuel talked about different people, and there are different people who really helped to make this happen. Let's talk about the pockets of people that you have, because this is an all-out effort all year long to really be able to provide for these students.
It really is. I mean, we've been around for 50 plus years, and there's been, our organization has been supported and embraced by all facets of the business community, the legal community in New York. Our donors are just, CEOs, but also just everyday folks who just see the value in what we provide and the support that we give, and whether they had their own Catholic school journey that they want to, impart to somebody else through scholarships. It varies, but it's a diverse group of donors who really support what we do, and we're grateful for that.
I'm about to throw you alley-oop. It's basketball season.
Sure.
Talk to us a little bit about that Catholic school education. I'm a Catholic school guy, so I can really talk to and the benefits of really having that Catholic school education.
Yeah, I alluded to it before. It's the quality of the education itself, the teachers and the classes and all that stuff that you expect. But it's that values piece, it's that community piece, it's that compassion and care you get from everyone, from the teachers to the other students to the folks who work in the school buildings and everyone in between, and obviously the generosity and support of the donors. So it's a multi-pronged effort, and it's an education that really, again, just provides so much opportunity and hope for families, and the outcomes like the ones that Samuel is going to take his journey on is really just the ultimate outcome.
Yeah, we hear you say mechanical engineering. How did you ever arrive at mechanical engineering as a major?
Well, going to ACE, you learn a lot about yourself and about what you want in the world, and I wanted to get a job that I think would not only help people in and of itself, but would give me the money to give back to the community, to do the thing that the Interstate Scholarship does and support my fellow Bronxites and other Hazemen. So I thought mechanical engineering was a place where I could be creative, where I could make machines that could help people, like if you've seen it, those drones that firefighters use. And I also thought that, being a mechanical engineer, it makes a lot of money, so I can give back to the Hayes community, I can support the Interstate Scholarship, and I could also support other charities. I was looking for a place where I could help the people who help me and other people holistically.
I understand why you picked him now, right? He's coming back, but he understands that career of mechanical engineering. When you get the bag, you're going to share the bag. Oh wow, that's special, and to really think about giving back at an early age is really admirable. The quality of students that you have, obviously applying for these scholarships, are pretty amazing.
They are. I mean, they're just they're eager to have this, and their families are eager to provide this opportunity for them, and they just need that little bit of extra help to be able to do it. So that's what we're here for. That's what our mission is, to give them that opportunity. And Samuel is a shining example of the kinds of students that we support. And like you said, it's that the giving back part is that's that values piece that they get, by being in these Catholic schools, and it's about giving back and coming full circle.
There may be a Catholic school family out there that's watching right now, or maybe a student that says, listen, I need to talk to my parents about this because this is pretty exciting. What's the process like? What do they do?
We're pretty well known within pretty much every Catholic school in the Archdiocese. We support so many different students and through all those schools. So, going directly to your school principal is a good place to start. But certainly, our website and InnerCityScholarshipFund.org is a place where you can go and find out what the different programs are and how you can kind of start that process. And it starts there, and then we go from there.
Yeah. What's the biggest lesson that you've learned so far out of your high school experience?
I think back to a lot of the opportunities I was able to get to at Hayes. I think to Our Lady's Pilgrimage, which gave me the chance to go to Lourdes and do charity work. I think about our trip to Italy, which was something that I didn't think I was going to get, but through all this, through the classes, through the trips, one of the things you learn is to love others. As Catholics, we understand that to love God, you need to have a deep and special love for other people. And what you understand, what you learn at Hayes, and what you learn through that Catholic education is that we all share a singular fraternity. We are brothers, we are sisters, all of us, regardless of our faith, our ethnicity, of our identity, we all share a common human experience. And the point of life, I think the core point of life that we learn is to love each other, to build each other up, and to work to make a world where we can all benefit from it. So we learn, most succinctly, that everybody matters. Yeah. We all matter, and we ought to, in this world, be there for one another.
Amazing. Samuel, thank you so much for being with us, and congratulations. We see why you're honored. Paul, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Keep up the great work, all right?
Absolutely.
Keep representing, all right. Now, if you want more information, go ahead and visit the website at InnerCityScholarshipFund.org. Of course, follow them on Instagram at InnerCityScholarshipFundNYC. We've got more here on Open coming up right after the break. Don't go anywhere. We're coming right back.
We're gonna start the show right now. This is my favorite part. Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey, this is Angel, and I am one of the instructors for the in-studio production. Here at Bronxnet, we offer classes that can help you elevate, expand, and start your television career. All you have to do is sign up at bronxnet.org/education. For the past 7 years, I have been in various productions, spanning from talk shows, independent films, news reports, art displays, teachings, musical performances, and many more. Ain't that right, Angel? Yeah, you're absolutely right, Angel. There are a lot of creative individuals that we're just waiting to sign up for the class. And if I may, can I also express that? Thank you, Angel. That's all the time we have left. Visit bronxnet.org/education and become a producer by taking the course. The class I offer is also in English, en español y también bilingüe. Nos vemos en la próxima clase.
And welcome back. For many students, success in school isn't just about academics, it's also about belonging. It's about confidence. It's about having a support system that understands their experience. But for some young men of color in independent schools, that sense of community can be hard to find. The Boys Room helps to create a space that's designed to change that by focusing on mentorship, connection, and leadership development, giving boys the tools and community that they need to navigate their education with confidence as well as purpose. Joining me now to share a little bit more and talk about the work that they do is Cindy McPhail Asamoah, and founder of the Boys Room, alongside leadership mentor Max Guy. And thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
It's great work. I mean, to hear the work that's really going on and impacting, and for yourself, just give a little bit more. I mean, I gave a little in the intro, but share a little bit more with us.
Yes, I actually started this program for my boys. My boys started an independent school in lower school, and so there was not much representation then. So I really wanted to build community for them and around them. So that's the reason why I started the program.
Yeah. For yourself, I want to get an opportunity to talk a little bit about, some of the mentorship that you do, because mentorship is very important.
Yes.
Really mentoring young men. Talk to us about that piece, about what you do, and how it transcends the young men's lives.
Sure, yeah, I did 2 different cohorts. So I did one online, and that was with students within New York, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. And from there, we do the similar thing of what we do when I was in person, with students in person. So you have everybody come in, talk about their days, what they're looking forward to, what went well, and then we get straight into the lesson. So with the lesson plan, we have a conversation about whatever we're talking about. So it could be about awareness and what awareness looks like in their life and how it affects them, especially as Black or brown boys in predominantly white institutions. And then from there, we'll do an activity just to kind of get the boys engaged and make sure that they're having fun while they're doing this.
Yeah. We talk about young men of color, obviously, a lot of challenges, right, that you see educationally, whether it's access to, we talked about this last time, but access to education, really that mentorship component, navigating through, we lose a lot of them in the pipeline. I know it's a part of that, you're trying to bridge that gap right there. As you look at some of those main qualities and those main barriers, what were some of the things that came to mind when you said, listen, I want my program to make sure that we're knocking this out the park in this area?
Well, I want to, being in these types of schools, the kids could often get overlooked, and so I really wanted to make sure that that they feel seen and they feel heard. So having this program, it's great because we give them that safe space so that they can actually be acknowledged and find their voice, so that when they're in their classrooms, then they feel like they're seen and that they're heard. And so ultimately, I would like to expand nationwide. We are now in New York, as Max mentioned. We're in Connecticut, we're also in Massachusetts, and also in North Carolina. But we are looking to expand further.
Yeah, that's a big thing, going nationwide.
That's right.
What are some of the barriers, maybe the challenges that most people don't know about, but you're learning firsthand because you're seeing it, with the people that you talk to?
Sure. I think one of the barriers that some people understand, some don't realize, is that in the end, these guys are just boys, right? So the cohorts I was teaching, there's boys from different types of schools, different type of areas, different type of backgrounds. So not only are you a Black and brown boy in a predominantly white institution, but you might be one from this area, that area, this income bracket, that income bracket. So having everybody come together, sometimes there is a bit more teaching that you have to do, or have to do extra activities to make sure everybody's coming together. But once they all come together, it's more cohesive. The kids just absolutely take it off.
Yeah. For schools that are, participating and hearing about your program, what's the reception that you're getting? Because this is impactful.
It's great. When we first started, we initially started working just with parents, and we had like a community cohort. And then schools got wind of what we were doing, and so they wanted to partner with us. And so in the beginning, it was, small numbers, 1, 2. I mean, still small numbers now, but every year we're increasing. And so I think the schools are really interested because they want their kids to feel like this is their school, right? Sometimes kids are not feeling that they belong in those spaces. But the reception's been great. I've been doing a number of speaking engagements now at the National Association of Independent School. And so that I'm getting the word out there and just doing a lot of traveling. So yeah, I'm really excited about what the future holds for the Boys Room.
And when you're mentoring these young men, talk about what they gravitate to the most.
I think they really gravitate to each other the most. I mentioned that we go through that one period of trying to get everybody together, but once they're all together, you start to see these kids from all these different areas coming together and really loving each other. And through what I love seeing is you see the quiet kid at first, and then at the end he becomes the one who's talking the most and bringing up the most points and everything like that. So that's one of those aspects that I think are really important, really critical.
Yeah. For yourself, obviously, the goal is to be nationwide and
Yes.
really to go and to go nationwide. If you had to throw your 30-second pitch and say why this program is important in schools and beyond, what would you tell people?
I want to see if I can reach every boy, right, that's in these spaces. And I really want them to feel, the goal is to have these kids have such an amazing experience at their lower, middle, or even high school level that they would want to come back and visit their schools, right? Oftentimes you're not finding, the black and brown kids coming back to their schools or supporting their schools or even having their own children attend those schools. So that's really important, and so that's what I really would want for them.
Yeah. And for yourself, obviously, impacting these young men, hearing the stories, we talked about somebody who was quiet, then all of a sudden now they're the loudest person. Sure. Give me some more about the impact that you're seeing the program make in the lives of so many.
Yeah, so I mean, there's also, I've talked with some of the other leadership mentors, so it's not only what we're seeing in the kids, but us ourselves as well. So I was someone who grew up doing just like these kids, wish I had people like that, and it's allowed me to get over some of the trauma that I've gone through, period, like that. And be able to see these guys, not only are they speaking up more, but you can see them in their own areas and they're more confident. They're coming back to me and saying, hey, I'm leading this. Hey, I'm doing this. And, Miss Cindy comes back and tells me about all the things that the administration's saying. And it's really conclusive to everything that we've been working on. And you can really see, even though in a short span of a couple of weeks, these kids are absolutely transformed.
Yeah, and Cindy, when we talk about this, I think one thing that comes to mind is like brotherhood. We talked in another segment about community and the importance of that, because as you're having these conversations, you're forming relationships, you're really forming community. And out of that community, I guess, boys bonding and becoming a brotherhood. Sometimes we don't always see that, across the board. For you, talk to me a little bit about that brotherhood component.
I'll talk about something that we just recently did. So at the end of the year, we always have like an end of year celebration. And so this is an opportunity for all of the kids in the different cohorts to get together. And they look forward to it because essentially we're doing the same work, right? But we're at different independent schools. So when we have the celebration, they get to connect and, have this brotherhood with these other kids at different schools, and so that's really important. I love that. And every year I'm finding that it's getting larger and larger. So clearly these kids are enjoying it so much that one student, it was actually his birthday and he came. So,
really?
so yeah, he is definitely enjoying
it. That's major when you come on their birthday. For a student to come on their birthday,
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah. For students that are out there, maybe there's a parent out there, how did they become a part of the network?
Yeah, they could reach out to us online. We are at www.theboysroom.org. We're also on Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook, The Boys Room Program, and they can find us that way.
Yeah. And for you, what's the greatest satisfaction you get out of the work that you do?
Greatest satisfaction, just be able to connect with these boys and really see how emotionally intelligent they are. I just graduated college, so graduating, you kind of get your head away from what it's like to be in their shoes and be able to see how smart these guys are before I even get there is absolutely amazing. And seeing how they can grow, it feels like a little bit like I'm their big brother and get to see them grow up, and I can't wait to see what they accomplish when they get older.
Oh yeah, everybody needs big brother, and to be able to provide positive mentorship is really key and critical. And for yourself, obviously, having a young man that's just graduated college, serving as one of your mentors, talk about the power of that mentorship and what that really means for you as well as the program.
Well, I absolutely love it. I have a number of leadership mentors that actually graduated, and I love that they're still going to be involved in some capacity, right? And it's taken them, some are out of the country now, some are across the country, and to know that they're still very much interested in being a part of it, that speaks in volume. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. Well, Cindy Maxwell, thank you so much for coming and joining us.
Thank you for having us.
I'll definitely be checking in and checking back and seeing how things are going.
Yes, thank you so much.
All righty. Well, listen, I want you to know if you want more information, please visit the website at theboysroom.org. And of course, follow them on Instagram at theboysroom. I think I heard something about LinkedIn too. You get LinkedIn over there too. So get LinkedIn, Facebook. So yeah, get connected. All right. So stick around. Be right back. Got some more show coming up right after this on Open. And welcome back. More than 35 million Americans are living with chronic kidney disease, and millions more may have the condition without even knowing it. Our next guest, she knows the impact of kidney disease firsthand. After spending 12 years on dialysis due to polycystic kidney disease, she received a life-changing kidney transplant and has since dedicated herself to educating others about kidney health, organ donation, and patient advocacy through community outreach, public speaking, and media. And we are pleased to be joined by her right now, and she's sharing a little bit about her journey, as well as the importance of kidney disease awareness. We've got Lisa Baxter, who's a kidney health advocate. She's the author, and she's also the host of the Lisa Baxter Show. We're getting to all of that in just a few minutes. How are you?
I'm great. I'm alive and kicking. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for coming and sharing a little bit about the journey with us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. It's a real honor.
Well, it's an honor to really talk to you because obviously you're bringing awareness about a disease that sometimes many people are not aware of, right? Yeah. And when we talk about, polycystic kidney disease, that doesn't always come up on people's radar, right?
Not at all.
Not at all. So for somebody who may not be so familiar, let's walk people through it and even educate me.
Sure. Well, first of all, polycystic kidney disease is poly. Poly meaning many. Mm-hmm. And we have two kidneys, size of a fist. They have bubbles like cysts all over the kidneys. And the kidneys, and they become many until the kidneys just stop working altogether. It can become a size of a football. It starts out as a fist, but it can be the size of a football. It really gets large. And your kidney, it's a hereditary disease at that.
Right.
And I had 6 siblings on dialysis, 2 aunts, an uncle, and a mother-in-law. So you have to know your family history to get into these things, and you got to do your homework and your research.
Right. And you talk a little bit about your family, and it runs in your family. But before I get to talk a little bit about your family, let's talk about yourself. What were you feeling that brought you to the place where you understood that you were dealing with this disease?
Well, I had seen other people in the family get on dialysis. I didn't think it was going to bother me until my brother said, y'all better get checked. And we was like, we're not getting checked. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? You have this poor thing, or, you know, we was ignorant at the time. So I didn't have any real symptoms, but the symptoms I was having, I didn't know they were symptoms, you know, like the metallic taste in the mouth, the coloring of your face turning darker or pale. You know, the eyes looking like you drunk or drinking when you don't drink. You know, the sticky feces, the foamy urine, the Charlie horses to the 1,000 power in your leg that jump up in your leg. You know, no real appetite. Everything doesn't taste right. You know what I mean? You just want to lay down. You know, it's just. It's a weird thing, and you don't even notice it. You think it's something else, maybe. You know, I got a cold, or I got something else. You never would think it was that.
Right.
At least I know I didn't think it was.
And for yourself, obviously, going through this, right? I think it's about 12 years you went through.
Yeah, almost 13.
13.
Almost 13.
Before, you know, doing dialysis before even getting a transplant. Take us through those 12 years for a minute.
Wow. Well, when you're on dialysis, they put you on a machine, and they have this 15-gauge needle in different sizes. It's way bigger than a regular needle, and they put them in your arm. This is a fistula I have here. I don't need it anymore because I have a transplant, but they would stick a needle in different parts, one to the blood to go get clean, and then the blood to return back. I mean, the blood dirty, and it comes back clean to you. You know what I mean? So it would go through a machine. They call a dialysis machine an artificial kidney. So you would have to do that 3 times a week. A kidney works 24 hours a day. All right, but you have to go with your 3 days. At least you have to do that and follow a special diet because you got potassium and different things involved that can cause a heart attack. So you need to be able to follow the nutritional diet, you know, work with your care team, you know, and do your treatment.
Right.
You know.
You've been able to take your journey and be bold with it, right? It just let people know.
Oh yeah.
What you've been through. Awareness, get yourself checked,
That's right?
And don't think don't think that it can't happen.
That's right.
What about that message when you're out there sharing? How receptive are people to like listening to your story now?
Wow. Well, you get your love and you get your hate at the same time. You get the ones that say, Lisa, please, that's not in my family, that's your family. Or Lisa, I don't want to hear it. You bringing me down, this and that. And I'm like, listen, I want you to dodge a bullet. Why go through this? I already went through this. I'm trying to help you so you'll see the signs, so you can see the symptoms, so you can fight this thing or deal with this thing or accept it better. You know, but you know, some do and some don't. Most of the time, they wait till it's very late, and then I get the phone call, girl, you wasn't lying. Or child, you said, get over here to the hospital. Or can you help me now? And I'm like, I can help you, but I could have even helped you better if we did it before.
Facts.
But if it ain't at the door, they don't want to hear it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you've taken your journey.
Yeah.
And you've taken it to the streets.
What? You ain't never lied. Come on here.
And not only have you taken it to the streets, but also you got a book coming out here.
Oh yeah, I wrote 7 and published 3. This is Gribbet Gets a Kidney, because children go through this too, not just elderly or anything like that. That thing is that disease is not prejudice.
Right.
And Melzy takes dialysis to show and tell, and you got Through the Eyes of a Dialysis Patient. So that definitely would walk you through. But the children have been doing book reports with my books, even the teenagers with the other books. So I was glad for that. That is in the schools, is going through the schools as well, because, you know, a child saw me in the store, and he kept saying, my grandmother, she must have passed away because he was upset. And I kept telling him, it's okay, you know, it's okay. But I know when he saw my arm, that's what he recognized, that his grandmother must have had the same thing, you know. And I had one child says to his mother, Mommy, that's a fistula, because I teach children about it, you know, the size of the kidney, what the kidney looked like, and what's the name of this. They would grab it, touch it, feel a thrill in the arm. They loved that. And the mother kept saying, shut up, you know. And he said, Lisa, tell her, that's a fistula, right? I said, you're absolutely right. You know, high five, you know,
right.
Bam, you know. So he was 3 years old.
And what's the feeling like for you to be able to have young people get it and to be able to say, listen, you know what? My work is not in vain. People are catching on. And
oh, it makes me feel so good. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel happy because you can put your boxing gloves on and deal with this thing. You know, I do a lot of praying. I believe and trust God, and I'm telling you, you can do this. You're not the only one in this journey. You know, we have support groups out there. They have organizations out there help you with scholarships, everything from the wazoo. So, you know, all they got to do is get involved. All they got to do is ask me, and I usually help with resources after being a social worker for 30 years and dealing with this. So I help them with any way they want to be helped.
And one of the things you also help people understand is a little bit more about organ donation, which is very important too, right?
Oh, yeah,
and so,
yeah.
For yourself, you understand the importance of organ donation. For the average person that may not feel like or be a little ignorant in the area, why is organ donation so important?
Well, you know, you could save so many lives. One person can save at least 8 lives. If any, God forbid, anything happened to me, I could donate my organs. Well, you wouldn't want I can't see, so you don't want that. And I got 3 kidneys in me, the 2 that don't work, so nobody gonna want them. Right. And you can't redo this one. But organ donation helps and saves so many lives, even the children. And you know, there's so many organizations out there, even about the kids being transplanted and stuff like that. And people giving, you know, you can still get help with working, because some people don't want to do it because they're worried about money, and a lot of times that stuff is supported. You know what I mean? And they give you time out, time off. They understand it, so they're trying to help all the way around. Mm-hmm. So it wouldn't be no reason for you not to do it. I'm not saying it's not serious. I'm not saying it's not scary. But, you know, if you're going to, you could be a living donor or you can be a deceased donor. Mine is a deceased donor. My kidney, I call it Hannah, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
For yourself, I know that this has been very rewarding for you, being able to share your story and being able to impact the lives of others. But I gotta ask you, why do you feel like it's so important? Because a lot of people could say, listen, I've had the struggle, I've dealt with it, I'm just moving on with life. But you're not just moving on, you're trying to move people in and out of kidney awareness.
You have to do that because I've seen people die. People say, I'm not taking it, I heard about it, or I'm not going to get it. Or, you know, and they don't know that it's excruciating death. It's not like you just drop dead. You know what I mean? You're not going to get that dialysis. You can see the body tear down. You can feel you real bad and sick and all that, throwing up and all of those things that's happening to you. You can see that it's not going to be pleasant or not going to be easy. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get you through this because you can still live well with this. I traveled. Nothing stopped me and my siblings. We went everywhere. We got on the boat. We went everything. Jumped off the boat, got dialysis, jumped back on. You can be active, and you got to be proactive in your own life. Be your own advocate. Deal with your stuff. Right. Ain't nothing wrong with you deal with everything else. Deal with your health. Health is wealth, and sharing is caring.
I'm gonna come to the cookout.
Come on to that cookout. I like that cookout there.
I know you do. Lisa, thank you so much. Congratulations. How do people get the book, by the way?
Oh, wow. You could get that book on Lulu.
Okay.
That one, Lulu, and the other ones is Barnes & Nobles and things of that nature.
Got you.
Take care of your kidneys, and they'll take care of you.
Hey, that's the end of the message. That's the message we want to leave you with today. I want to let you know, come to the end of our show. I want to thank all of our guests and most of all you, the viewer, for tuning in. Now, if you missed any part of today's show, you can catch Recablecast on Optimum's Channel 67, Verizon Files Channel 2133, or watch anytime on the web at bronxnet.org. And, of course, while you are still celebrating the New York Knicks, I want you to know you can come back on Friday. Catch my girl, Rena Valentine. She's got a brand new episode of Open. That's right, we celebrate the Knicks all the way to the next season. We've been waiting for 53 years. We're doing this for a whole year. Listen, this wraps up this episode of Open. I'm Darren Harvey. Say, listen, make sure to keep this channel wide open. Say, take care, God bless, and yes, go Knicks. And my director better catch my kicks, too.
Go Knicks! Yes.
Thank you.